Welcome to the Fail Forward podcast. The purpose of this podcast is change the negative stigma around failure into a positive. Failure is only a negative if we do not learn from it and we give up. Welcome back to the Fail Forward podcast. So today I'm going to be talking about something that you might take as quite controversial because it might hit home something quite hard, which is if you've got a business that you can't go away on holiday for 2 weeks without having to do work, or you're having to work 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and you're constantly working in your business, then you do not have a business. It is just another job, a very underpaid job. Now, that might sound quite harsh. I'm currently in that place in one of my businesses. I'm having to work all the hours to get it up and going. So again, what I'll talk about is some context with that. If you've got a plan in your business that you're going to be in the trenches for a year and build a business and then go and employ other people like I've talked about in previous episodes, then that's okay to be in that place. But if you're just in a business year by year, that you can't find the time to go away on holiday, or when you do, you have to work on your holiday, and then you're working weekends and evenings, then unfortunately, the bad news is that you're actually just in an underpaid job because it's taken all your time. A business should be a commercial enterprise that creates you income and doesn't take all of your time. Something that can work on its own without you being in it every minute of every single day. And that doesn't mean you have to have a big corporate business of 100 people, but you have to have some sort of business structure where you're not working in the business all the time. Now, this is something that I started to understand when I started having a business coach, always talking about working in and on the business. And when you're working in the business, it means you're doing the delivery, the day-to-day tasks, the admin, invoicing, etc., etc. When you're working on the business, you're working on the strategy, the goals, how to build your team, how to hit your goals, etc. You're taking time to work on the business. You're working on what I call the 4 pillars: the sales and marketing, the numbers, the systemization, the culture, the foundations of the business, because a business should be something that works for you. Most of us get into business because we want more time and we want more money. But what tends to happen is we end up getting into business, just like I was, by the way. I'm not saying anything less than somewhere where I've been, because the previous business, I was just in a very underpaid job because it was taking all my life. I couldn't go on holiday. I was working 12-hour days and I was probably earning £3.50 an hour. And then I realised what a commercial enterprise is. It's a business that works without you. You should be able to go on holiday for a month without your business and it's come back and you've still got a business that is working for you. And that's why I started having a coach and a mentor, and I then joined different masterminds. I'm currently part of 5 masterminds, some for property, some for expert speaking, a general business one for experts in industry, so for masterminds and mentoring, because I want to grow businesses that work for me. I don't always want to be working in my businesses. I want to be able to go take my ultimate goal is to be able to take my family away for the whole 6 weeks holiday and travel Europe or America or wherever it is we choose to, every summer holiday, because I think the kids would love it. But I couldn't do that if I was in a job that was my business, if I was just in the business all the time. And that's why I just wanted to start with that really impactful statement, because I want people to understand that your business doesn't have to consume you. Some people might say, "Oh, but I don't want a big business." Well, you don't have to have a big business. You can have a small business, but have the support, like I've talked about in previous episodes, of having VAs and consultants and other people. You just need to have a business structured that works for you. And people might say, "But I don't want that." Well, I'd say that's your mindset getting in the way, because surely everybody wants to have a business that creates them more income and they work less. So if you're currently in the middle of it and you're thinking, "Yeah, that's me," then I would push you on to find a mentor that you can mentor you into a position that can help with your mindset, that can help you with your challenges, and that can help you create a business that works for you without you having to work in it all the time, because it is possible. People do it all the time, but what they do is they use other people's time, they use mentors, they go on masterminds, and they build businesses that they don't have to work in, because that's where we get into it, right? We don't want a business that's going to consume us, that's going to stress us out, that we're going to be anxious, that we're going to be missing out our children's special sports days, and we're going to be working all hours and not being present. That's who I was 3 years ago. I was consumed completely by my business, and 3 years on now, I'm not so much in that place, even though one of my businesses is currently taking a lot of my time and I'm having to do a lot of the stuff myself. I'm still finding time in the morning for my children and still finding time at weekends for them. But I've got a goal that in 6 months' time, I'm only going to be doing a few hours a month in that business. And that's why it's really important. If you're in the middle of it now and you're thinking, yeah, but I've got my plan. My plan in the next 12 months is to have more staff and have more consultants or VAs or whatever it is. And that's fine. But as long as you know that that's the strategy and the goal that you're going on to, because the hard reality of it is there's a lot of people out there who are working every hour of the sun and have been for years, and they're running a business, but it's not. It's just an underpaid job. And that's what I want to try and reach out to you guys to understand is that that doesn't have to be the way. There is a way. There is another way of doing that. And if that's a way, if I can help anyone with that, if anyone wants to reach out to me, if anyone wants to be mentored by me, I can certainly share with you guys out there the things that I do to create more time, more money, more cash flow, more profit in your businesses. Then I'll be happy to help anybody that wants to reach out to me about that. I can enroll you into one of my masterminds, or we can do one-to-one mentoring. On top of that, even if you don't reach out to me, that's absolutely fine. But make sure you have a plan in place for getting yourself out of your business so you can work on it and you can have the holidays and create the life that you want. And whether it's another mentor or being part of another mastermind, I would really, really promote you finding people that have walked the path that you're on, because I don't want to see people that are in the position I was a few years ago, overworked, overstressed, overeating, not enjoying life, not spending time with family, not doing any hobbies. That's not why we start business. You've got to remember why you started a business. You wanted more time and more money. So work that out, have a plan in place, have a strategy, and go and make that happen, because businesses should be a commercial enterprise that works for you, not you work for it. So I hope that episode's helped you. If you want to talk to me more about it, please get hold of me either on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever it may be. Drop me a message and we can set up a call. Thank you all for listening to the Fail Forward podcast. I'll see you next time.